We're all enjoying him by seeing him play. So amazing, just amazing. No words.
First and foremost, this guy doesn't chase records. Records chase him.
A lot of people joked that Messi came to Miami just to relax on the beach, drink mate, and enjoy life. But that wasn't the plan at all. Instead, he was preparing for another World Cup, this time in the United States.
Be the best ever because Maradona did this and he's not doing that. He's not performing to his best. But I think the last two World Cups in particular have shown essentially like how big his legacy is going to be.
Every time Messi steps onto the pitch, he reminds people why so many still call him the best player in the world. Everything still runs through him, and he continues proving that age hasn't stopped him. His World Cup record-breaking goal felt like something straight out of his greatest moments. Madrid fans probably had flashbacks because it looked so much like the famous winner he scored at the Bernabeu. Some fans even joked he missed the penalty on purpose so he could break the record with an open play goal instead.
At the level of previous World Cups, of previous iterations of himself. I think he might have proved that wrong.
I mean, well, how many times do we need a lesson that doubt him at your own peril?
It's Argentina completely changed the story. That's what Messi has done throughout his career. Whenever people doubt him, he answers on the pitch. Some people argue online, but Messi lets his football do the talking. For years, critics claimed Messi wasn't a leader because he wasn't loud enough. He didn't scream or try to fire everyone up. But leadership isn't always about making noise.
Best player in the world right now, and why?
Every time we talk about this, I mean, same question, I would say Messi.
I'm the same. Everyone thinks just because he's playing in America, in Miami,
yeah.
I still think he's the best.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like 3 times a chance to play against him.
What's that like?
Messi has led by example for nearly 2 decades, and his teammates have always believed in him because they know he'll do everything possible to help the team win. His journey with Barcelona, PSG, Argentina, and now Inter Milan football history. No matter where he goes, one thing usually follows: winning. Barcelona were already a huge club before Messi became a star. They had history, trophies, and legendary players, but they weren't dominating every season. That changed once Messi became the centerpiece of the team. Before Messi established himself, Barcelona had only won 1 Champions League title. After he arrived, they became one of the greatest club sides football has ever seen.
Messi will never be regarded as the greatest ever player because he's never done it at a World Cup.
A revolver called the World Cup is put to Messi's head, and if he doesn't win it, it fires and kills him. It's madness.
The truth is that if Lionel Messi and Argentina do not win the World Cup, people will look back and they'll point the finger mainly at Lionel Messi.
And I think there's a feeling, not just in Argentina, but that geniuses should somehow suffer for their greatness.
He helped the club win 10 La Liga titles, 7 Copa del Rey trophies, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 Club World Cups, 3 UEFA Super Cups, and 8 Spanish Super Cups. Between 2009 and 2019, Barcelona won 8 league titles in just 11 seasons. Messi's goals, assists, vision, and creativity made them one of the toughest teams in football. Many opponents already believed they were beaten before kickoff. Some people try to downplay those achievements because Messi stayed at one club for so long, but that argument doesn't really make sense.
Scored more World Cup goals after the age of 35, 12 in total, than Cristiano Ronaldo, Thierry Henry, Maradona, Rivaldo, Neymar, and Harry Kane in their whole careers. Never mind, kind of over the age of 35.
Nobody criticizes legends like Totti or Maldini for staying loyal, and nobody questions Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy because most of his success came with Manchester United. The truth is, Barcelona changed constantly. Different managers, different teammates, and different tactics came and went, but Messi kept adapting. As the years passed, many believed the squad around him became weaker, yet he still found ways to compete for trophies every season. League titles don't always get the same attention as the Champions League, but they demand consistency over an entire season.
La casualidad, muchachos. ¿Saben qué? Esta copa se tenía que jugar en Argentina. Y Dios la trajo acá. Dios la trajo acá para que la levantemos en el Maracaná, muchachos. Para que sea más lindo para todos. Así que salgamos confiados y tranquilos que esta la vamos a llevar para casa.
You can't accidentally win a league, and Messi proved that year after year. His Champions League performances were just as special. In 2009, he scored in the final against Manchester United. Then in 2011, many fans believe he produced one of the greatest performances ever in a Champions League final, once again defeating Sir Alex Ferguson's United. In 2015, alongside Suarez and Neymar, he helped Barcelona complete another historic treble. Messi also made the Copa del Rey his own competition, winning it 7 times and scoring one of the most iconic goals in the tournament's history. Barcelona were already one of football's biggest clubs before Messi, but with him they became a true dynasty.
This game at Wembley, watching this Barcelona team, and when I say this team changed football, this is the greatest team of all time, I'm talking of that era. I'm not just talking about Thierry's team, I'm also putting that team together. In some ways, it was just, 2 or 3 players slightly different, but it was that Pep Guardiola, changing football, Messi in that position, Xavi, Iniesta, so many of the same players. I mean, that era for me is the greatest.
Even today, whenever a team dominates a match, people still compare them to the legendary 2011 Barcelona side. When Messi moved to PSG, many people focused on what didn't go well, but they often forget PSG had actually lost the League One title before he arrived. Messi helped them win the league in both of his seasons, and one of those titles was even secured thanks to one of his free kicks. It may not have been the happiest period of his career, but he still left Paris the same way he left almost everywhere else, with trophies. Then came the biggest challenge of all, Argentina. For years, the pressure on Messi was unbelievable. Argentina lost the 2014 World Cup final, then the Copa America finals in 2015 and 2016. The disappointment became so painful that Messi briefly retired from international football after the loss to Chile. People kept saying he'd never win with Argentina. They questioned his leadership and constantly compared him to Maradona.
Ya está, se terminó para mí la selección. Como dije recién, son 4 finales. No es para mí. Lamentablemente lo busqué, era lo que más deseaba. No se me dio, pero creo que ya.
After Argentina's defeat to France at the 2018 World Cup, many thought his chance had disappeared forever. Instead, football witnessed one of the greatest comeback stories ever. In 2021, Messi finally lifted the Copa America. He finished as player of the tournament, top scorer, and top assister while leading Argentina to victory over Brazil in Brazil. That alone transformed his international legacy. But he wasn't finished. Argentina then defeated Italy in the 2022 Finalissima, with Messi once again leading the way. Messi delivered one of the greatest World Cup campaigns in football history. He inspired Argentina to their first world title since 1986, scored twice in the final, calmly converted his penalty in the shootout, and led his country to the biggest prize in football. Many thought that was the perfect ending to his career, but Messi kept going.
Feliz por lo que conseguimos, por ello, la verdad que terminen su carrera de esta manera es muy lindo para todos, se lo merecían después de lo que fueron. Como jugador, los dos más grandes, o entre los grandes de la historia, cada uno en su posición, con toda la carrera que tuvieron, títulos que ganaron, y que puedan retirarse con esta MLS, creo que hoy no son conscientes todavía de lo que están viviendo, del retiro, y bueno, hoy se le termina algo muy hermoso, donde le dedicaron toda su vida. Y nada, a partir de ahora empieza otra vida, a la cual le deseo siempre lo mejor, porque son 2 amigos los que quiero mucho, y nada, feliz de que se puedan ir con este título.
He later helped Argentina win another Copa America, completing one of the greatest international careers the sport has ever seen. That's why so many people were shocked when he chose to join Major League Soccer. America had welcomed legends before, including Pelé, David Beckham, Thierry Henry, and Frank Lampard. But Messi's move felt different. Those stars arrived near the end of their careers. Messi joined Inter Miami after winning the World Cup and another Ballon d'Or. He was still performing at an elite level and still looked capable of competing against anyone. So everyone asked the same question: how did the best player in the world end up in the United States? To answer that, you have to go back to Barcelona. For most of his life, nobody imagined Messi playing anywhere else. But behind the scenes, problems had been building for years. In 2020, Messi sent Barcelona a burofax, a formal legal notice requesting to leave the club. He had grown frustrated with the club's direction after several expensive transfers failed to deliver what was expected. Big money signings like Coutinho, Griezmann, and Dembélé never fully solved Barcelona's problems, and the club entered one of the most difficult periods in its history. All Barcelona had to do was build the team around Messi with young players making runs for him. Instead, the squad got older, slower, and easier to stop. The results were painful. Barcelona suffered the collapse against Roma in 2018, the famous comeback by Liverpool at Anfield in 2019, and then the humiliating 8-2 loss to Bayern Munich in 2020. After years of carrying the team, Messi had finally had enough. Messi wanted to leave in 2020. Bartomeu had reportedly told him he could go if he wanted, but when Messi asked to leave, the club blocked the move. Barcelona claimed he had missed the deadline in his contract. Rather than take the club he loved to court, Messi stayed one more season. But by 2021, Barcelona's financial problems were impossible to fix. The club was over 1.3 billion euros in debt, their salary limit had been cut, and even after Messi agreed to a 50% pay cut, they still couldn't register his contract. There was simply no way for him to stay. On August 5, 2021, Barcelona officially announced that Messi was leaving. His farewell press conference became one of the saddest moments in football. Messi broke down in tears because he never wanted to leave. After spending over 20 years at Barcelona, he had no choice but to say goodbye. Soon after, he signed for Paris Saint-Germain, where everyone expected him, Neymar, and Mbappé to dominate Europe. Things didn't go as planned. Injuries slowed Messi down during his first season, and while he still finished with 11 goals and 15 assists in the league, those numbers were low by his standards. PSG also crashed out of the Champions League after Real Madrid's dramatic comeback, and Messi faced heavy criticism. His second season was much better, finishing with 16 goals and 16 assists as PSG won another league title. But despite winning trophies, Paris never truly felt like home. The boos, the pressure, and the constant criticism made it clear that something was missing. Barcelona wanted him back but couldn't afford him. Saudi Arabia reportedly offered him an incredible deal worth hundreds of millions of euros every year. Instead, Messi chose a completely different path. He joined Inter Miami, where David Beckham had been trying to bring him for years. Miami offered more than just football. His family already loved the city. He owned a home there, and the move gave him a chance to enjoy life while still competing at a high level. From his very first game, Messi changed everything. He scored a stunning stoppage-time free kick against Cruz Azul, giving Inter Miami one of the biggest moments in club history. Then the magic just kept coming. He scored against Atlanta, Orlando, Dallas, Nashville, and almost every team he faced. Miami went from one of the worst teams in the league to lifting the league's cup, the first trophy in the club's history. In just 7 matches, Messi scored 10 goals and added 4 assists. It was one of the greatest starts any player has ever had at a new club. Messi kept delivering after that. He helped Miami win the Supporters' Shield with a league record points total, became the club's first MVP, scored his first hat trick, and even set an MLS record with 5 assists in one match. His arrival didn't just change Inter Miami, it changed the entire league. Fans from around the world instantly became one of football's biggest attractions. The first couple of seasons weren't perfect. Injuries and a slow start meant Miami missed the playoffs in 2023, and although they won the Supporters' Shield the following year, they were knocked out early. Many people started wondering if Messi's move was more about marketing than winning. Then came 2025, and Miami answered every question. Even after a disappointing exit from the CONCACAF Champions Cup, new coach Javier Mascherano kept believing in the team. After a strong Club World Cup run, everything clicked. Messi caught fire, scoring 8 goals in 5 games before finishing the season with incredible numbers. In the playoffs, he led Miami all the way to the MLS Cup, proving once again that wherever Messi goes, trophies usually follow. The biggest difference was the team around him. Miami surrounded Messi with younger, faster players who worked hard and created space for him. Exactly what Barcelona failed to do in his final years there. The attack exploded in the playoffs, and Messi was involved in most of their goals. Once again, he showed that with the right team around him, he could still dominate. Messi has also made it clear that he wants MLS to keep growing. He wants the league to improve, attract better players, and become more competitive. That's exactly what David Beckham hoped for when he first invested in Inter Miami. Beckham helped change MLS as a player, but Messi may be changing it on an even bigger to relax or retire. He came to compete, he came to win, and that's exactly what he's done once again. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Where does Messi's Miami chapter rank in his legendary career? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.